Why is Osiris, the ancient god of rebirth, so deeply tied to the image of the pyramid? Today, we're not just talking about tombs. We're unlocking a forgotten story, one buried under stone, language, and the stars. Most people believe Egypt's pyramids were built by dynasties, like the 4th or 5th. That's the classic theory, one that begins with a simple mud brick mastaba, gradually evolving into the stepped and finally smooth pyramids we know today. But there's another theory, one that looks not at bricks or tombs, but at the sky. Italian researchers in the mid-20th century began studying ancient monuments through a different lens, astronomy. Why? Because many ancient structures, including Egypt's pyramids, seem to align with celestial bodies, especially Orion's Belt. And not by chance. According to this theory, the three Great Pyramids of Giza are not just random. Their layout mirrors Orion's three-star belt as it appeared around 10,500 BCE, over 7,000 years before Pharaoh Khufu. But it's not just about stars. The language itself whispers secrets. The ancient name for Memphis, Nefer, literally means the beautiful monument. And what else could that be but the pyramids? This name existed before Khufu, before Djoser, even before Narmer. Even more compelling, a 4,400-year-old ostrich egg discovered in Aswan, carved with three triangular shapes and a river, a primitive yet undeniable depiction of pyramids and the Nile. Someone saw those pyramids before they were officially built. Osiris, or Ausir, is consistently depicted alongside a triangular symbol, a simplified pyramid. In pyramid texts, offerings to Osiris are drawn as a pyramid-shaped cake. In fact, it was the Greeks, during the Roman era, who adopted this ritual and shaped their sacrificial cakes as pyramids. The word pyramid itself, some believe, came from this. Osiris is not just spiritually connected to pyramids, he may have been historically connected too, as their original builder in a time before dynasties, before floods changed everything. The base of the pyramids tells another story. Shell fossils embedded in the stone, erosion lines etched by violent water flow. Geologists say these marine traces are millions of years old, and they suggest that the Giza Plateau was once submerged. This may explain why parts of the outer casing of the pyramids are missing. They were washed away. That's not all. Recent studies, including Dr. Khalid Saad's, propose that the Nile once ran far closer to the pyramids than today. Sunboats found nearby were likely used to transport stones during annual floods, not across dry desert, but by water. A theory by Egyptian researcher Ahmed Aouni adds another twist. What if the pyramid casing stones weren't carved, but poured? Like the ancient Chinese, could the Egyptians have used molds and heat to create blocks from a limestone slurry? Some blocks indeed contain traces of ash, shells, and organic material, suggesting they were cast, not quarried. Why do all pyramid entrances face north, not east, even though ancient Egyptians worshipped the sun? Because they followed a star-based religion. Their year began with the rising of Sirius, not the sunrise. The 13 steps at Khufu's entrance, for example, mirrored the 13 days of the lunar cycle that lead to the full moon. Everything was astronomy. Even the Sphinx may have been a Nile flood gauge. Underground tunnels beneath the Giza Plateau likely once filled with water. When levels reached certain markers, priests would predict abundance or drought for the coming year, echoing what Joseph once did for Egypt. Despite centuries of excavation, no mummy has ever been found inside a Giza pyramid. Sarcophages? Yes. Bones? Sometimes, but not a single intact royal mummy. It seems more likely these structures were reused as tombs much later. Their original function may have been ceremonial, for alignment, astronomy, or even energy manipulation. Forget giants or foreign invaders. No, the pyramids weren't built by the people of Ad, nor by beings from another world. They were built by Egyptians, but not the Egyptians of the Old Kingdom as we know them. The first builders may have belonged to a lost pre-dynastic civilization led by Osiris, the beautiful monument named in an Nefer. Some believe Egypt was built as a mirror of the heavens. Just as the Giza pyramids mirror Orion's belt, the 9 small pyramids of Saqqara align with stars in the Andromeda galaxy. To the ancient Egyptians, Earth was a reflection of the sky. Their rituals, calendars, and architecture were all meant to synchronize with celestial movements, because the stars were the will of the gods. Osiris wasn't just a myth. He was a king, a symbol, and maybe, just maybe, the visionary behind one of history's greatest mysteries. The pyramids may not be tombs after all. They might be tools, messages, even maps. And every stone still speaks, if you know how to listen.